See, money plays a very important role in our life. In this monetary centric world, money has a very great influence in our life, and the decisions that we make around money has to be right. And there is a lot of behaviors and habits that we have to build around money and which we probably might not be aware about. So in this video, we're going to talk about 6 money habits that is going to change the way that you're deciding the decisions around money. So let's get into the video. See, as I've told you, money plays a very important role in our world. The world is designed in such a way that it is monetary centric. That is, people with money have access to a lot of things. And we know that money plays a very important role, but we are least taught about money and we don't know anything about money management. And also, there is a lot of great habits and behaviors that we actually should be having, which is around money, which we are not much aware about. So today in this video, we are going to talk about 6 money habits. All these 6 money habits, you might be already aware about it, but still these are the habits that you should be giving more focus on so that you can make better, wise money decision, which is obviously going to help you to become rich or maybe financially independent. So let's see that. So the first one would be paying yourself first. So in the book Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, he has been describing 2 ways of using or spending money. That is, one is the poor man's method and the other one is rich man method. And in poor man method, it is said that he will be using his money and paying himself the last, where the rich man will be paying himself the first. Which means that you have to be paying yourself first. Obviously, you know that when you get a salary or when you get your income, what do you usually do? We used to pay all the bills, you used to pay all the EMIs, and after all the expenses, if at all you have something left, you keep it for yourself, right? So we have to change it, I guess, because you have to pay yourself first. For yourself in the sense, for your development, for your peace of mind. So I'll tell you, for your development in the sense, maybe for you to learn something new, maybe for you to, to upskill you, to learn a new skill, to know more about great things, to experience and everything. And also sometimes it would be to pay off all your debts, or for you to keep an upfront of emergency fund, which would be probably 6 months of your expense and everything. So one more important thing, if at all you have an emergency fund, which is 6 months upfront of your expenses, what happens is you get a peace of mind in which you can think a lot of great things. You can be more focused on your career and your skill basically, because if at all it's not that way, you will be very hesitant to take risk. You will be repelled out of great risk in your life, great experiences in your life. If at all you have a emergency fund, which is probably the 6 months of your expenses, it would be a great experience and would be a great peace of mind for you, and you can clearly focus on great things that is going to make you more productive basically. And the second one would be, don't be comfortable with bad debts. See, debts are of 2 types, good debts and bad debts. If at all you need to know more about good debts, make sure you comment below, I can make a video out of it. But bad debts, I can give you an example, the debts that caused by credit cards without using it wisely. See, I'll tell you, if at all you have a credit card, what are you going to do? You're gonna swipe it everywhere, right? When you go for a haircut, you swipe it. You go and eat a snacks, you swipe it. You go to hotel, you're gonna swipe it, right? So you're gonna use your credit card everywhere because you think that you have the power of money, which obviously is not your money. See, there is wise way to use credit card, but this way I'm talking about is the not so wise way of using credit card, which means that while you are using credit card, you have to make sure that you have that particular amount in your bank safely for you. For example, if at all, let us say I'm going to purchase a mobile phone. So if at all I'm going to purchase a mobile phone, I should be purchasing it only if I have equivalent sum of money with me separately, and I can then use a credit card in order to get the benefits of a credit card. And I should not be buying a mobile phone or anything of that sort or anything in life without being in a condition that I can afford it, which is, if at all I don't have actual money with me of that worth, I should not be buying it. But if at all you have a credit card, you think that you have a money, let's say a credit card of 1 lakh rupees of capacity, you might think that you have 1 lakh rupees, which is a bad debt, which is going to make you in a very bad situation for a very long run. So if at all you are a person who is very comfortable with bad debt, in the sense you feel no regret in doing it, you feel no problem in doing it, make sure you're alert that it is a bad debt and you should not be comfortable with your bad debts. And number 3 would be knowing your income and expenses. So my question is, do you really know your income and expenses actually? See, when I ask to people, they'll say that, yeah, I know about my income, I know about my expenses. See, my petrol expenses average 4,000 rupees, my food expenses average 3,000 rupees. So I used to get this average approximate amount. I'm not talking about the approximate amount here. I'm talking about the exact budget that you have. You have to be very much aware about your income and expenses. That is, you must be very much aware about what is your income per month, through your job, through your passive income, through your skills, through your something else or whatever it is. You have to understand what your income is, and you have to know clearly about what your expenses are, because what your expenses for food, petrol, shelter and everything is. What is your expense for rent and any other things? What is your expenses for your luxury goods, your needs, your wants, whatever. You have to have a very clear idea about what your expenses are. And why do you want to know about your income and expenses very clearly? If and only if you know your income and expenses properly, only then you will be able to limit and grow around it, which means that instead of focusing on reducing your expenses, you can clearly focus on limiting your expenses, and you can focus on increasing your income, which is what a wise man should be doing. That is what I used to believe. And the 4th point would be invest, don't save. Obviously, it is very common for us to save money in order to buy something, in order to do something, and etc. Right? We used to save from our salary, save from our income for a travel, for a maybe for a good food, for a hotel, for a stay, for a tour, or whatever it is. You might be saving for something, right? Don't save, bro. Don't save. You have to be investing. Whatever your goals are, maybe it is a trip that you've planned 1 month after, or maybe let it be a very big home that you're planning for 30 years, or let it be a midterm goal like a car or bike. But you should not be saving this money, you should be investing. Obviously, you know there is something called inflation, that is every single year or maybe month or maybe day, your value of money is losing. In order to beat against this inflation, you have to be investing. Even if it is for a very small short period of time, you have to be investing the money. If it is any goal that is beyond 1 month, I would say preferably it's my choice. Okay. And one more important thing is that if at all you want to be investing in any short-term goals, I always recommend you to go with a very liquid assets like liquid funds or debt fund, which is easy to take in and take out. It's pretty easy. You should be investing rather than saving, which is helping you to protect your money from inflation, and also it helps you to grow your money beyond inflation, and I hope you understand that. And number 5 is that you have to know about taxes. According to the new tax regime, if at all your annual income crosses 7 lakh rupees, which obviously you should be, and if at all you're not at that level, you will be at that level one day, you will have to pay taxes. Because we are living in a country according to the constitution, according to the rules we have here, we have to be paying taxes, which is very important, which is really mandatory for us. So taxes is a sort of expenses you have to pay till your lifetime. So you have to understand what the taxes are. I'm not talking about you to be understanding taxes in a level of a CA. I don't want you to be doing that, and that's not a fair thing. But you have to be knowing what are your taxes, what would be the easiest way to cut your taxes. And I've done already a video regarding how tax harvesting on a mutual fund investments works. You can see that. I'll clip that on the I button. But anyhow, you should be having a very clear idea on what your taxes are. You have to be learning more about it, because it is something of expenses that you're going to do for a lifetime. So you have to be very clear and very perfect about what taxes are, and make sure you have a very rough idea about taxes, and that is also very, 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 very important. And number sixth point would be care about your finance. See, finance is a subject that we least talk about. Finance is a subject that we least talk about, we've least learned about, we have least cared about, I would say. See, it should not be like that, because at a very early stage, you're learning in the college, the education system, you're learning the 10th standard, 12th, college and everything to get a good job, to be a very good paying member, right? Why do you want to be a paying member? Obviously to have a good life. If at all you are giving your great time of your lifespan to this education just to get a great job that is going to pay you great, that is going to be making you a better person, why don't you care about the money? Do you really know what to do with the money you have with? You have to be thinking about it. You have to be caring about your finances. You have to be caring about your money. Only then the money cares you as well. So make sure you care about your finances. You know about it. You understand it as well. And these 6 habits or 6 behaviors that I would like you to be having around money, which obviously some of you be already aware about, but I think you might not be seriously aware about it. You might not be seriously looking at it. And let this video be a trigger for you to seriously care about your finance and seriously understand these 6 tips and focus on your money management and your money things as well. If at all you have any doubts regarding these 6 points, make sure you comment below. I can explain you with that. And also, this is Ken signing off.